Tubers, welcome back to Maxwell Starr's Beer Review. Tonight we're going to take a look in a special holiday episode, probably going to be uploaded after Christmas though. Going to take a look at Innis Gunn's Spiced Rum Finish Beer that came in their holiday special pack. In the holiday special pack, they packaged in, well, limited edition, they packaged in 3 beers. The Innis Gunn Winter Beer 2011, the Spiced Rum Beer, a nice glass, as well as a bottle of the original. So, yeah, it's actually a really nice pack. It's it all began in 2002 when a famous restaurant... Yeah, it's just the story about how Innis Gunn was started. It was founded basically on an accident where they were trying to make a beer that... sorry, not a beer. They were trying to make a whiskey, I believe. Was it a whiskey? Yes, Scotch whiskey. They were trying to make a Scotch whiskey that was infused with ale flavors. And went good for a long time. They brewed a beer that would be in these barrels, and once it's been matured in the barrels long enough, they were going to dump the beer out completely down the sink, and then fill these barrels up with Scotch whiskey and then age it for a while, so that it imparted some real nice malty beer flavors in it. Then they decided to actually drink the stuff that they were dumping out, and you said, "Oh my God, this stuff is delicious." And thus was born Innis Gunn. So everybody knows that story pretty much. This one here is pretty much prepared the same way, except for in this case, it's finished with spiced rum barrels. So it says bursting with vibrant flavors, Caribbean spiced rum and oak. Carefully matured for 47 days prior to release. This limited bottling of Innis Gunn has been finished over oak infused with Caribbean spiced rum. The result is absolutely delicious, bursting with flavors of Caribbean spices along with our signature notes of vanilla, toffee, and oak. So, I've let this one warm up for a fair bit. Got the standard... It's got the standard Innis Gunn cap. I'm going to grab that off the floor. Good job preserving that one. Yeah, so it's like a star. The Innis Gunn logo. Innis Gunn oak-aged beer. Collection. And pour that into my nice Innis Gunn glass. Now, I noticed a little bit of a skunky aroma off the top. Now, all the other beers that I had out of this Innis Gunn box were fresh. However, I bought 2 of these. And I noticed the same thing from the last bottle of spiced rum I drank. And both were skunky. This one, it's not so much skunky, but it's got like this... It's got that hop aroma that's almost skunky. It's that European lager kind of hop, that herbal note. It's kind of faded away now that I've got this poured into the glass. Let me add some more here. It's faded into that smells of toffee and vanilla. The vanilla is very gentle. It's got the toffee and caramel notes, but it's mainly this red fruit kind of smell. And yeah, it's got that earthy herbal hop kind of character is kind of blended in with this bit of a Caribbean spiciness that you would find in a spiced rum. But as for any kind of names to the certain spices they used, I couldn't name any. It's not that apparent. It's mainly this sweet malty smell. Caramel and red fruits. Hint of butter vanilla. Now, appearance-wise, it looks pretty good. It's actually got quite a bit more head than I'm used to with an Innis Gunn. Usually the head just dies right off of this thing. And that kind of goes with the high ABV that these things come with. What's this one come in at? 6.9% ABV. So for a 6.9% ABV with head retention like that, the appearance-wise of this thing is actually quite impressive. Color-wise, it's kind of like a toffee brown, slightly amber in the middle, but it's got this like an orangey toffee brown kind of color. And it's completely opaque, just like any other of Innis Gunn's beers. Smells good. Doesn't really smell incredibly different from anything else that Innis Gunn provides. So, yeah. Anyway, let's give it a taste. Nice taste of butter toffee in the back. You get this slightly sweet, slightly spicy touch at the tip of the tongue. Rolling over the middle, you get a nice sting of an earthy bitterness, an herbal bitterness. In the back of the throat, there isn't really a heck of a lot. There's just this nice toffee, vanilla flavor. Again, you can get those nice spiced rum flavors, but they're not really incredibly apparent enough to make you think you're drinking a spiced rum beer. It's kind of like almost like a lighter, less malty, lighter in flavor version of their Innis Gunn original. Not quite to the level of the blonde, but still, I don't think this one's quite as sweet as the original is. It does leave a sweet, earthy kind of twang at the back of the throat. And for a spiced rum beer, it's kind of like nothing like their the Innis Gunn rum cask. It's just a half decent beer. And I was going into this one being completely excited. It's kind of like a medium bodied beer. Doesn't really finish incredibly dry. Anyway, I'm going to sit down with this one for a bit, and I'll come back with some thoughts. Be right back. And we're back with Innis Gunn's Spiced Rum Finish. So, what did I think about this one? I gotta say it's not the best Innis Gunn that I've ever had. And when I first saw this package, I was stoked. Primarily for this one, because, you know what, I like spiced rum. But I'm left kind of disappointed with this one because it's not really as... It's kind of lacking in character and individuality from the rest of the beers. It's like a regular original Innis Gunn, like made that's got a little bit of Caribbean spicing in it, and it's also a fair amount skunky when you first open up the bottle. I mean, it's not... It's that skunkiness... There's still a little bit of it there, but it's not like a off-putting or anything. It's just a little bit noticeable of a European hop kind of style. And it's got this nice little bit of a touch of spiciness throughout the beer, but it's really I wouldn't consider this anything special other than maybe just like a subtly different beer than what the regular Innis Gunn is. It's not as malty sweet, and it's not as flavorful as it could be, and I'm starting to think that I'll go with what Urban Viking said about Innis Gunn to me on one of my reviews. He said that Innis Gunn is like a one-trick horse. I bet that one trick is a fantastic one. And really, Innis Gunn makes some really high-quality beers, but they're all surrounding the same premise, where it's a beer aged in barrels of some sort. And I'm almost thinking they're getting a little lazy on certain things, where this could have been a lot better if they aged it for longer. Like this one here was only aged for 47 days. And I said in my Highland Cask review that I think that one was aged for 69 days or something like that. And it imparted a little bit of flavor into the beer, but it didn't impart as much of the flavor up into the beer as I was really hoping for. I was expecting like a much bolder taste and a much more daring taste, like the taste that you get out of their Innis Gunn original, and like you get the taste, or at least you used to get the taste out of the Innis Gunn Navy rum cask. In this one, in the situation, I find that it's nice and it tastes good, and it's a nice subtle spiced rum finish. But to be totally honest, the character that I was hoping for isn't quite there, because I feel like they didn't age it long enough in those barrels. Like, it could have been better. I still really like this. This is really delicious. But it's not as good as it could be, and I'm almost disappointed. Because I was really stoked for hearing about this. And as soon as I heard spiced rum, holy shit, I was like, holy crap, I gotta have that. And once I did get a chance to have it, I'm like, it's okay. I'm still gonna give this one a 3.5 out of 5, but to be totally honest, I was expecting so much more for this, and I think Innis Gunn could provide so much more from this. Maybe it's because they've ramped up production of their beers so much that they've got to push them out faster or something, but maybe we should be building some bigger facilities because your beer is better when you age it longer. At least that's the conclusion I draw to this. And I find it could be better. Anyway, so 3.5 out of 5 for Innis Gunn Spiced Rum Finish. It's very good, and I recommend trying it, but I wouldn't go out of your way to get it. Like, if you can find this entire pack is worth it. It's worth it for the glass alone. The Innis Gunn Original is delicious, and the winter beer and the spiced rum are really good too. But as a standalone beer, I'd go with the Highland Cask over this. Nothing seems to measure up to the original. Anyway, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's Beer Reviews, another holiday episode, and talk to you guys later. Cheers.